It's a beautiful night for football on Week 4 of the madison.com game of the week in Verona, where the Wildcats host Madison Memorial. The Wildcats looking to go 4-0 on the season. The Spartans already have one loss, so they're looking to get back in the race for the Big 8 title. Let's check out the highlights. The first quarter alone has enough action for a whole night, starting with Memorial's Joe Ferguson lofting the ball up for Jester Weah, who pulls it down in the corner of the end zone for a 7-0 lead. Verona answers right back on the ground. Dom Wise makes his first touch of the game a good one, going 60 yards to the house to tie the game at 7. Memorial has a third down deep in Wildcats territory, and Ferguson dances around to buy some time before putting a jump ball to the back line. Weah makes a great catch, but he's ruled out of bounds. The Spartans have to settle for a 25-yard field goal from Jeremy Gartland and a 10-7 lead. It doesn't last long. First play from scrimmage on the Wildcats' next drive, and it's Wise again. He's going to go all the way around the corner, break a couple of tackles, and find the angle that sends him on his way to an 84-yard touchdown that puts Verona up 14-10. It's looking like a shootout, which is okay with the Wildcats.
I mean, we just keep the pressure on. We trust our defense to get the ball back for us, and then we have their back, they got our back. We'll put the ball in the end zone.
Memorial's pinned deep, and Ferguson can't escape a sack by Matt Rank on third down. Caleb Lawrence is back to receive the punt at the 46, and he makes a couple of moves before turning on the Jets up the middle. He comes up just short of the goal line. That sets up Tyler Parker from 2 yards out to cap off the scoring on a 31-point first quarter. The Spartans look like they're going to climb right back in it when Ferguson hits Weah in the end zone, but this one comes back on a holding penalty. Memorial has more chances. Ferguson goes right back to the air and has Jamar Morris wide open in the end zone, but he can't pull it down. It's fourth down, and Ferguson once again goes for Morris over the middle, but Verona's Brian Chenoweth flies in to knock the ball out, and the Wildcats take over. It's the Wildcats' turn to go to the air, and Jake Hauser connects with Lawrence for a 2-yard touchdown reception for a 28-10 lead. And to wind up a productive first half of offense, Verona goes back to Parker, who breaks this run up the middle for a 51-yard score that makes it 35-10 at the break. More of the same for both Parker and the Wildcats in the second half. He gets his third of the night from 6 yards out for a 41-10 lead. Ferguson is going to use his feet to try to get the Spartans back on the scoreboard. This long gainer takes Memorial inside the Verona 20-yard line. And Ferguson calls his own number from 1 yard out to make it 41-17. But it's then back to the Parker show. This run is going to go for 28 yards and a score, and it's 48-17. It's all but decided as we head to the fourth, and Parker puts the final touches on a 215-yard, 5-touchdown performance with a 7-yard run. The Verona defense wants in on the highlights, and Zach Drury is going to come down with this underthrown Ferguson pass. The backups are in for Verona, and Sam Scherer gets his name on the box score with a 41-yard run that makes it 62-17. That's the final, a definitive victory for the Wildcats, highlighted by 535 yards of rushing, 216 of those for Wise, 215 for Parker.
Well, our goal was actually to get all three of our running backs 100 yards, so I'll take two at 200. I've never had that, by the way.
Parker has more touchdowns on the night, but Wise ends up with one more yard, if it matters.
Doesn't matter. Just play the game, not the opponent.
We did start out with a great start, but it was just something that, again, it always comes down to consistency. You know, we just got to keep working on our consistency. That's really where it kind of fell apart a little bit tonight.
I'm very happy with only giving up 17 points. I know Scott is too. So, you know, I told the kids at halftime, you know, bend but don't break, and they did exactly that. I mean, they gave up some first downs, but no big plays.
Let's go. We are Wildcats. This is all time. All day. Wildcats on 3. 1, 2, 3. Wildcats.